Hello and welcome to the demonstration of this virtual oscilloscope. Currently we are generating a sine wave with a 1 kilohertz frequency and an amplitude of 10 volts. And we are actually measuring this sine wave. You can see that it's telling us that the amplitude is 10 volts, the peak to peak is 20, frequency is 1 kilohertz. It also says that the VRMS is 7 volts, which sounds about right. And you can see the graph right here. It's a little bit scrunched together, so we can increase the horizontal scale by turning this knob. That looks about good right there. If we like, we can change the horizontal position as well, but we'll leave that as 0. And we can also do the vertical position if we like. We can increase the vertical scale as well, but I think 0 is fine for now. One neat thing we can do is we can turn the cursor on, and we can move the cursor to find voltage values at certain time values. We can also change the control to the knob versus doing it on the graph, and so we can move it around with that method. We can also click this again to turn the cursors off. We can change the display mode to trigger. We can also change the display mode to spectral, but then we'll need to increase the scale, the horizontal scale, to get it to show up because the frequency is at 1 kilohertz. We can also change the vertical scale to get a better idea that the RMS voltage is like about 7 volts. And we can change it back to wave if we like, but we'll have to change the scale back to what we had it before. We can save a text file by clicking this button, like so. Which will save the time values from here to here and the corresponding vertical values that go along with that. And it will save it in such a way that it can easily be exported as an Excel spreadsheet. You can also save a PNG. Which will actually save a PNG of panel. Lastly, we can hit default setup, and it will put everything back to the way it was before we made any changes to the settings. Even if we were on like spectral graph, it will change it back to the wave graph. And lastly, we have the off button, which turns the oscilloscope off.